Could Goku's appetite doom Earth? The science behind a Saiyan's hunger. In the world of Dragon Ball, Goku is renowned not just for his fighting prowess but also for his insatiable appetite. Fans often chuckle at scenes where Goku devours mountains of food, but what if this were real? Could Earth sustain a being with such extreme dietary needs? Let's break down the science behind this question. Goku is a Saiyan, a warrior race known for their extraordinary physical abilities and immense energy consumption. As such, his caloric intake far exceeds that of a regular human. Throughout the series, Goku is depicted consuming meals that are orders of magnitude larger than those of ordinary humans, sometimes clearing out entire banquet tables by himself. But how much food does Goku actually need to fuel his battles, and could Earth realistically provide it? To understand whether Earth could sustain Goku, we first need to estimate how much he eats. Let's start by considering a typical human athlete. An Olympic-level athlete might consume between 4,000 to 10,000 calories per day, depending on the intensity of their training. However, Goku's level of exertion, especially during intense battles or training sessions, is far beyond that of any human athlete. If we assume that Goku's caloric needs scale with his power level, a logical assumption given the energy required to fuel his Super Saiyan transformations, his daily caloric intake could easily exceed millions of calories. Let's take a conservative estimate and say Goku consumes 1,000 times the calories of a top-tier human athlete during his training or battles. This would put his daily intake at around 10 million calories. For comparison, that's the equivalent of eating about 18,000 Big Macs every day. Now, let's consider the environmental impact. The production of food requires resources: land, water, energy, and time. To sustain Goku's hypothetical diet of 10 million calories per day, Earth would need to drastically increase its food production. But how feasible is this? The Earth's current agricultural land area is roughly 1.5 billion hectares. To meet Goku's demands, assuming a standard diet of grains, vegetables, and meat, Earth would need to expand its farmland exponentially. This would likely lead to deforestation, loss of biodiversity, and severe environmental degradation. Agriculture is one of the largest consumers of freshwater on Earth. Producing food for Goku would require vast amounts of water. For example, producing a single kilogram of beef requires about 15,000 liters of water. If Goku's diet includes a substantial amount of meat, which is likely, given his need for high protein intake, his food production could deplete freshwater resources at an unsustainable rate, leading to severe shortages. Food production, particularly meat, is a major source of greenhouse gas emissions. The carbon footprint of feeding Goku would be astronomical, contributing to climate change and potentially leading to global ecological collapse. One might argue that advanced technology could help meet these demands. In the Dragon Ball universe, Capsule Corporation and other technological marvels exist. Perhaps Earth could develop highly efficient food production methods, like lab-grown meat or high-yield crops. However, even with advanced technology, the sheer scale of production required to sustain Goku's appetite would strain the planet's resources. Moreover, Goku's fights often result in the destruction of infrastructure and ecosystems. Rebuilding after each battle would require even more resources, compounding the strain on Earth's environment. In conclusion, while Goku's appetite is played for laughs in Dragon Ball, the science behind it is no joke. Earth's resources are finite, and sustaining a being with such extreme dietary needs would likely be impossible without causing severe environmental and ecological damage. Goku's presence on Earth, if taken to its logical extreme, could very well lead to the planet's collapse, ironically making him a greater threat to Earth's sustainability than any of the villains he faces. So while we may love Goku for his heroics and good heart, Earth might be better off if he did his training, and his eating, elsewhere in the cosmos.